Day's the day. Let's get the waste dug out, ready to go. Got my brother from another mother, James busy on the digger, and hopefully we'll have this ready for the pipes to go in, or even get the pipes in today, with any luck. What this boy can't do is worth knowing. So we're going to dig out, see how far we've got to go down, try and find the gas main, isolate that so we don't dig into it, and then get down to the main drain. Good time to say, you've got to know your limits. And I have no experience with a digger at all, and not really any interest in learning to use one either. So when those times come, you rely on people like James there to come and bail you out. But yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I just hope there's no dramas. See, now we are working on logic here, because this part of the property is the extension. You can just see where the joins are here. And when this was extended, a new drain for waste was put in, the toilet's there, and this runs straight through to where I showed you guys earlier on. So logic would say that if the waste pipe's running underneath the home, it should come out here somewhere, because that's where the other waste is, or where the waste pipe is. But maybe we went about a foot too wrong on the other side, so we're going to take some of this out and see where we end up. Here's your first lesson of the day. A, make sure you know where the mains water is, because I thought I knew where it was. It turns out we didn't. And guess what we done? Oh my God, man. Yeah, we wasn't planning on doing a duck pond today, were we, James? But yeah, so we hit the main water. That's fine, we can rejoin it, but just got to sort all this out now. Beautiful. A little frustrating really, because on the deeds and the plans, you kind of knew where the gas was. There's nothing suggesting where the water was coming in, so it's strange as well, because it starts there and it sort of flows across here, which is it's bizarre, but never mind. Here we are. It wouldn't be my day unless there's a little bit of drama. So even though we only need about 2 foot of pipe, they only sell it in 25 metre rolls, so 30 quid down, but never mind. The good thing is, James has found shit gold. You can't see it because we've got to drain out the rest of the water, but down there, it's a soil pipe. Yeah. I've said it once and I'll say it again, but all this, just so you can go for a shit in a downstairs toilet. You have to remind yourself when you're doing projects like this that this is your forever home, so temporary pain for long-term gain. This is where we cannot mess up. So we've got a new gas main running all the way down, and that's the old, but we're not going to play with either of them. We're just going to dig around them and under them, just so we get the soil pipe down and under to connect over there. But yeah, we are not, and I absolutely reiterate, not to mess with these at all. As you can see, they're now being diverted and repaired, and that's absolutely fine. So we'll just move on now and digging out. Oh, it's claggy. Rather deep too. Wow, what a day. But I tell you what, put the effort in with the right people, you can get some results, even when there's dramas. So don't get me wrong, when you're doing these sort of projects, you will expect at some point in time something to go wrong. And for us today, that was hitting the water main. Luckily, we managed to suss it out. I'll tell you what, there's some lessons to be learned. Make sure where your main stopcock is before you start playing with these sort of things. And secondly, just make sure you know where the water mains are. Unfortunately, we didn't. Luckily, we did know where the gas mains was, so that was all good. Although we did find the old gas mains, but I'm not playing with that. So I've got to say massive props to Travis Perkins and Walton. One phone call to them, explaining what's going on. I turned up, they had everything ready for me, quickly grabbed it, off I went, and we got the fix done. So yeah, good progress for one day. Thanks to James as well for being on the digger all day. I mean, that's a deep hole. That's 5 foot deep just to get to the soil pipe. But as you can see, we've achieved what we wanted. So that's the new gas, that's the old gas. I'm not even going to touch that just in case. The most important point is the soil pipe. So yeah, a lot's been dug out, probably a good 2 ton, 3 ton, I don't know. But a lot of that will be backfilled once we've done all the work. So next couple of days, what we're going to be doing is we'll be teeing off there, bringing it along up to here into the toilet there, and also then we'll be including a waste for the sink and the toilet waste as well, because it seems a lot to do for just a downstairs toilet, but at the end of the day, this is our forever home. And not only that, what is or was the living room there is now going to become our kitchen. So we do need waste for that as well. So we're going to bring it all in, boss it all together over the next couple of days. All this absolute madness will be backfilled and we'll have a drive back again. But yeah, just make sure you know where the water mains are. Nothing quite like being up before the sun comes up. Look at the beautiful vistas that we have. Big day today. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the downstairs loo project. So last time we touched base, we dug all the way down to find the soil pipe. We did find the soil pipe. We also found the water main as well, didn't we? So, but we all know about that. So today, get the pipes in. So we're all dug down. Just a little bit more to dig in, James, you know? A little bit more, mate. Just a little bit more. And then, once we get this all connected, soil, the waste, got a core hole for the toilet to sit, you know, for the pipe to sit in the toilet. And then we can start backfilling all this monstrosity. If we've got time, we'll try and level out my drive a little bit as well. So a lot to do. I've extended the hire of the digger for one day. I don't really want it to last any longer than that, so we'll crack on and keep you posted. So after a lot of chat about where we're gonna have this waste pipe come in and out, we decided not to mess with the support at all. And to be honest with you, when the toilet sits flush on here, the actual pipe will want to come out here anyway, so we're going to core straight out. You are going to see a little bit of outside, but nothing too major. It's right beside the gas box, and then we'll go straight down. So right now, I'm going to drill a little hole as a guide all the way through, so we can see outside, and then core in. With the toilet in rough situ, obviously I mark where we're going to do the coring. Doesn't have to be 100%. There'll be a bit of wiggle room. Put a dot there, drill a hole through. So as with every project, measure twice, cut once, and this is exactly what we're doing. We're working out all the layout of where the pipe's going to be, what the drop's going to be, what angles we need to put in, and all that whatnot. And it has to be done. Not a pretty job, but a very important job is to make sure we get rid of all the waste before we start cutting into the the main clay pipe at the front. So I'm just going to rinse her down thoroughly, and that just stops any surprises. No going back now. Not much longer. Hopefully we'll be through. Result. Just need to suss this bit out now. Fucking madness. In down there. Then there. That there. All this there. Now this is what I like. Progress. Took some doing. Bless James was doing a lot of sussing. But we can actually officially say the pipes are in. So now it's just about backfilling, innit, boy?
Yeah.
Good man. So things were going really well at this point. There's still a lot of pressure, it's a lot of stress because you're spending a lot of money. Time is money, especially when you've got a digger on rent as well. So we're working against the clock here. We're trying to get everything backfilled in. There's a lot of soil to get put in there. And bless James, he just kept on grafting like he always does. He really is a good mate of mine, and I'd be lost without him because I tell you what, his knowledge is invaluable. So we have pretty much backfilled the whole of the hole, but not without a little drama. We did get mini digger stuck because it just kept sinking down and it went past the track, so we had to dig the digger out. But now the digger's dug out, work resumes, and it's got to level off. I mean, we're not going to get perfect, we're losing light now, so James is going to level off as best as he can, and I'll get out here, just level it off some more. It's going to be a while before this sort of like settles down, but the main thing is all the soil pipes are in, they're all connected, everything's ready to go for the downstairs loo. I might do a little tally up in the next vid of how much it costs to get to this point, because it's not that cheap, guys, but you know, needs must. Because I tell you what, if you, like I, live with a family of 4 and you've only got 1 bathroom, well, in the mornings, in fact, any time you need the loo, you can guarantee somebody else is in there or somebody wants to be in there. So whatever happens, we're going to have a downstairs loo. Eventually an ensuite, but that'll be down the line. So great day, great progress. It's looking a lot better. Well, guys, that was a particularly stressful couple of days because there's a lot of things riding on things going right. And when they go wrong, well, they go wrong, don't they? So bearing in mind, we have done this in 2 days. So we've dug out, jiggered everything around, all the pipes, all the sewage and all that stuff, cut out, teed off, rejointed, cored in the wall. We had 2 days worth of digger hire. And I'll tell you what, again, that's something else that's pressure, because every day you have a digger, it's costing you money. And that's between 150, 170 pound a day sometimes. So, and obviously labour as well. We're up against the weather. Obviously we hit a water main, so we filled the ditch up. And today, the big panic was at the very end, everything was done. We filled the, we filled the hole up and it was claggy as hell. And you can only guess what got stuck, the digger. I'll tell you what, I was sweating it a little bit, because if we can't get that out, that's going to cost us. Luckily it did come out, James come up true, the hole's filled. We do need to rake it, we do need to clean it all up, but the bulk is done. So now we can just continue work with the inside now and the downstairs loo. I'll say, I will at some point get all the pricing together, but as like I said before, to do these projects, they're not cheap at all. So I'm going to chill out now, watch a bit of TV, I'm going to have a beer and enjoy. Till next time.